Walk into a cafe alone and suddenly you forget what to do with your hands. You sit down, check your phone, fix your clothes, and start wondering if everybody noticed. Maybe you walked into the gym late. Maybe you dropped something in class. For a few seconds, it feels like the whole room has turned toward you. But most of the time, almost nobody is thinking about you that much. Psychologists call this the spotlight effect. It means we tend to overestimate how much other people notice our appearance, our behavior, and our mistakes. In famous experiments, people wore embarrassing shirts and predicted that many others would remember them. But far fewer people noticed than they expected. The reason is simple. You experience life from inside your own head. Your mistake feels huge because you felt every second of it. But everyone else only saw one tiny moment before going back to their own life. You are the main character of your life. And so is everybody else. That is why everyone can feel watched, even while barely watching anyone else. But this feeling is not completely random. Your brain has a reason to care about being judged. For most of human history, people depended heavily on other people for safety, food, protection, and support. Being accepted by your group mattered. Being excluded could be dangerous, especially when you needed others the most. So your brain became sensitive to situations where you might be rejected or left out. Today, nobody is throwing you out of a cave, but your brain can still react to one strange look like it is a small social threat. That is why a silent classroom can feel terrifying before you raise your hand, or why ordering food alone can feel harder than it should. The more you focus on yourself, the stronger the feeling becomes. You start checking your face, your voice, your clothes, and every small movement. Then you become so busy monitoring yourself that you stop seeing what is actually happening around you. And what is actually happening is usually pretty boring. Most people are too busy thinking about their own food, their own work, their own messages, and their own problems to study you. This does not mean fear of judgment is always small or easy. For some people, it can become intense enough to affect school, work, friendships, or normal daily life. That can be social anxiety, and getting support from a qualified professional can genuinely help. But for ordinary awkward moments, there is one useful thing to remember. Being seen is not the same thing as being judged. You can walk into a restaurant alone without turning it into a test. You can go to the gym without needing to look like you belong there already. You can post something online without assuming every view is a judgment of you. The first few seconds may still feel uncomfortable, but discomfort is not proof that you are doing something wrong. Sometimes it is just your brain using an old alarm in a completely normal situation. The truth is, people will notice you sometimes, but they will not remember every small thing you did the way you do. Because in their story, you are usually just another person walking through the background. So next time you feel like everyone is watching, remember this. They are probably wondering the exact same thing. And that might be one of the most freeing things about being human. You are allowed to be seen.